I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.
Good morning, y'all. BGS. Can we be honest here? What is your main issue? I want to know, BGS, what is your main issue? Because uh, 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 SBE has been in your mind. You know, SBE has been in your mind for at least a few days. BGS. Shame, blame, and explain. Right? You got this in your mind, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and show you. I'm gonna go ahead and show you because you keep at I don't know what that means, bruh. You know what SBE means, and you're over here trying to play dumb, right? Now, I'm not the person who originated this. I'm not the person who originated this phrase and put the phrase in a proper context as in and and it's something that I told you about 7 years ago, BGS. You know, now back then I didn't call it shame, blame, and explain, but back then, about 7 years, 7 years ago, I got tired of you and the rest of the so-called black manosphere wasting y'all time believing that coming on the internet complaining about women is a power move. How you expect groups of men, other groups of men to respect you at the table of nations? Because the first thing come out all of you Negroes' mouth is what the black woman did, what she didn't do. Black women started World War I. She started World War II. you know, all these panels are saying all that craziness, and then you don't want to talk about, you know, yeah, exactly, Ward, exactly. SBE hates BGS hates SBE because it debunks all his bullshit talking points and rhetoric. Yes, yes, that's why he has a problem. But I have a wager for BGS. I have a wager. I want him. I want him to do something, and I hope he takes my request. I hope BGS takes my request. But like I said, let me go ahead and do this real quick because there's something else I want to show. Because BGS has a problem with me anyway, right? BGS had a problem with me. So there's an old classic video. When I said there's an old classic video, this video was made when President Obama was in the White House. Almost. I think Obama was still in the White House, or Trump just came into the White House. This is around 2016, 2017. And this video, I'm gonna show you the video because I'm going to have to put up the fair use on here. Do y'all really know why BGS has a problem? Do y'all really want to know? See, I'm glad though I have an archive. I'm glad I have an archive of links and past videos. But anyway, I'm just going to play this real quick. I'm just going to play this little video real quick.
I want to talk about this. I want to talk about the whole beef between BGS Idmore and Big J Triple X. It's been going on for quite a while now, but I really kind of feel like I know BGS's position. BGS takes the position that he always takes when it comes to issues like this. But as far as Big J Triple X, I found his position to be very interesting because he had a very interesting take on the whole thing, on the whole baby boomers and things like that. He basically stated that the baby boomers, their biggest issue is they kind of put a lot of emphasis on material things.
And yes. This is where BGS has a problem. See, BGS kept on talking about millennials this, millennials that, millennials don't know nothing, woo. And he forgot that it was his generation, the baby boomers, who created a system of debt, the politics. I don't care what race you are. The MO of a baby boomer in politics was the same old foolishness, the Keynesian idea, this false Keynesian idea, this neo-liberalism colliding with neocon politics, that got the world in a messed up place today because of they wanted material objects. And this goes right back to I don't want to steal Ty City's argument. I don't want to steal jump off on you using Ty City's point, but this is when Grandpa sold his country out. And the baby boomer, in this case, the baby boomer sold this country out himself. The Tony Blairs, the Bill Clintons, the Jesse Jackson, the Al Sharptons. Doesn't matter what race, what cross the Atlantic, is the same concept of the neoliberal, neocon worldview, and it's about material objects, and then and within society, men value sex and other and instant gratification rather than a moral standard. And BGS over the course of years is not a moral person. He's a heathen. His heathenistic lifestyle is the problem. You know, he blames the results based upon his hedonistic lifestyle rather than taking ownership of it. He rather blame the black woman for this, that, and third, rather than his own self. But anyway, let's keep it moving. And yes, this video was made 7 years ago, and it's true today about your boy BGS.
Rather than moral things, you know, which led to, you know, changes in society that have been disadvantageous, specifically for men. So, for instance, things like the no fault divorce, the birth control pills, the, you know, things like that. You know, he said that the boomers, they put a lot of emphasis on materialistic things, like you know, and outwardly, you know, social things rather than on more traditional values and things like that. I think he said that at one point he said, you know, a lot of these men, a lot of these baby boomer black men, a lot of them put a lot of emphasis on like how many women they could sleep with, bragging to each other on
Right. See, I wish I could find the original the first time me and him talked on a panel, because this is what I was saying. How can you blame black single mothers when it was your generation during the crack era who was having babies with these women who became black single mothers? It was the baby boomers, the late stage boomers who had unprotected sex or sex with multiple partners and not marrying these women, and especially not taking care of these children. But you get online and complain about, oh, we got a black single mother issue, but you're the one who kept creating it. So this was the gist of when I talked about the, you know, the baby boomer. You know, this is where I was talking about the baby boomer at. The pimp movies, Superfly and Shaft. Now I like Shaft. I can't stand Super Sly. I mean, I can't stand that movie, Superfly. But I do love Shaft though. But the heroes that looked up to were men who was widely promiscuous. And if you think I'm just talking about black men, James Bond, when it comes to white men, the white character arc, the white hero, bedded down with any woman for instant gratification, and then we wonder why the world's fucked up 20, 18, 20, 25, 30 years later. You can't shame, blame, and explain when you helped took part of what was going on. And this is why BB just is mad. Or, I don't know, he's mad. That's why he's so fascinated in me. Or fascinated in what I got to say. Anyway, let's keep it moving. This video ain't gonna take long.
pimping hoes and stuff like that. and that whole type of thing, rather than things like having integrity, things that in earlier ages were considered paramount in the culture and in society. Those types of things were done away with the baby boomer generation. Okay, and the fact that you know how should I say it? A lot of these laws that got passed, like these feminist laws and stuff like that. You have the feminist movement, of course, women entering the workplace, women passing, up until today, now trying to pass these laws to limit men's freedom of speech and stuff like that. And that there needs to be some sort of men's rights movement. And I do agree with that. I do think there needs to be a men's rights movement. The way I feel, I think that the MGTOWs and people like that, a lot of people who do speak out on it, they don't really do enough to, how should I say it? I feel that
Careful,
they don't do
careful,
enough to,
careful. Wait, stop, 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 stop. Careful. You know what's going to happen when you mention MGTOW. You know what's going to happen. You got that Avenger over there. You got the MGTOW Avenger. When you say anything remotely about MGTOW, he has a conniption fit. He hyperventilate. Anyway, and nigga, stay out of beef with two other men when you are uneducated. I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet. Let's keep it moving.
they don't, they're not actionable. They don't do enough to actually try to help men. I don't really see them being vocal, trying to get laws passed, trying to change the legislation, stuff like that, ending things like no fault divorce, ending things like community.
And that's the problem right there. Now, I'm gonna open up the floodgates of hell right now because the word MGTOW was brought up, right? That was my problem with MGTOW, right? Is this idea of I want the world, I want society or the country or whatever to crumble in order for me to attain, you know, so that things can be put into its proper place. That's the most toxic and backward thinking. And the reason why, though, I look at MGTOW as nihilistic at best, you know. Anyway, keep it moving. And this is the reason why BGS, you also on that bullshit too.
Property laws where men can lose half of their wealth to a spouse that did not build that wealth just because that person is their former spouse, and things like that, the alimony laws and stuff like that. All of those are very real things that actually affect and hinder men in society, and those things need to be addressed. But a lot of the older baby boomers and stuff, they act like those things aren't important, or I have observed them, acting as if they don't seem like they're in a rush to try to address these types of issues. From what I've seen, what I see them doing is they will speak on these issues and pontificate and talk on them, but that seems like all that they're interested in doing when it comes to these issues. They don't seem to really be interested in trying to find a solution to these issues. I think that the men who are trying to find a solution to these issues are a lot of the younger men, like Big J, Triple X, some of the
Right. Hold on. Let's replay that again. Let's go and replay that again. Cause no, I'm gonna be a prick. All right, I'm gonna be an asshole, a prick. I'm gonna be a narcissist. I'm gonna give myself a self high five. I'm gonna pat myself on my own damn back because the City of Truth says something. And this was seven years ago. 7 years ago, and the link of the video is in the description box though.
Younger men like Big J Triple X, some of these younger guys, um, movements like MGTOW, I don't feel actually do anything to help men. I think those movements are just defeatist movements. I think the guys in MGTOW, they say that they're waiting on the society to collapse. But in reality, what it is they don't want to use their capital and their, and they don't want to stick their neck out there.
Now, enough with the MGTOW bashing because I don't want that crazy dude to be, have his high blood pressure moment. I'm sticking to BGS. Now, BGS, remember that conversation we first had before you and before Anger Man and Charles Faulkner stepped into it, and y'all and Anger Man and Officer Faulkner tried to come at me sideways. What did I told y'all? I told y'all if y'all really was serious about helping men, y'all need to advocate and put out policy. And I told you this in the back chat too. I told you this in the back chat, and guess what, BJS? I saved the back chat conversations too, by the way. So like you won't sit there and deny what I said. I actually saved the conversation 7 years ago, BJS, because I was serious. I was serious about boys being, Adderall. Boys were being fed with Adderall in elementary school. I was serious about that. I don't think you and BG, I don't think you and Angerman and Obsidian and O'Shea, all y'all care about was, oh, we got to start. We want to humble the black woman. And then some of y'all so stupid, right? A lot of y'all so damn dumb. The reason why black women, or women in general, I'm gonna put this, women in general, the Western woman, right? The reason why the Western woman, in the eyes of, is having a hard time finding dates, finding marriages, is because of the education gap. Now, when I said about the education gap, BGS, when I talked about the education gap with you for the past 7 years, you think I'm talking about, well, the academia is anti-straight male. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about, BGS, is that because young boys was being given Adderall and other psychotropic medications where he's mindless until the age of 13. Between the ages of 6 and 13, that boy, when he goes to school, he's being fed Adderall, and by the time he turns 18 to graduate, there's no how can I say it? There was no plan. There was no his mental wiring wasn't there. But you don't give a damn about black boys. You care about what the Moynihan report did and what black women told you in 1970, 1980 America. When some of us who were young, who's younger than you, is thinking about all these issues that need to be solved, and we need to have we're going to use the internet to get with other like-minded individuals to achieve a political or social goal. And that's why I said, nigga, you, Anger Man, O'Shea, Ringo TV Raw, all you niggas are in the way. And I've been saying that y'all been in the way because y'all want entertainment, not solutions.
To try to get something done for whatever reason they don't believe that that's a worthwhile endeavor. Now I don't know why they feel that way. It could be many reasons why they feel that way. Maybe they're just not up to it. Maybe they think it won't be advantageous to them in their personal life. Maybe some of them are afraid of losing their job or getting doxxed or things like that. Maybe they don't want to be a part of an outwardly vocal movement like that in society. Maybe they're afraid of these feminists, that these feminists are going to come and attack them and make their lives miserable or whatever it is, make their lives difficult or whatever it is. So as a result, they don't want to involve themselves in that whole type of thing. But I think that's really what it is. I think that's really what it is. I just don't think they're up to it. And that whole type of thing. But as far as the MRAs, a lot of the MRAs that I've seen, a lot of them seem to have ideas and things, to me at least, that make a lot of sense. A lot of them, to me, they say things that make a lot of sense. I just wish that more men would actually get on board and 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 that whole type of something that I really want to get into more and start talking
And,
about.
and that's why I always said, man, where is your blue paper at? Where's your green paper? Where are your policy positions? BGS. And no, don't say Dr. T or Son Johnson. Dr. T just got here. We're talking about 8 years ago, 10 years ago. You've been on YouTube for at least eight years, BGS. And I've been asking you for a very long time, where are your solutions? It's always about, we're going to use Pearl. It's always, we're going to use the white man. We're going to ride the wave of Kevin Samuels. But when I asked you specifically, what do you want, and have you lobbied this, all we got was nothing. But you coming online and just babble. That's all you do, BJS. You just babble. Okay? Now, we can come over here, BJS. All right? You know what? Let's play this. Let's play this because this is also part of the problem, BJS. Because you mentioned to May, you went live last night and you was talking to May, right? You was over there trying to holler at May, and trying to talk to May. You talking crazy to her and everything last night, and you keep talking about DNC, nigga. You know what you said about DNC. We're not talking about. You know what? Hold on. Let me go ahead and play this. Let's play this real quick. Now, whoa. Let's stop right here, y'all. Let's stop. There is a reason why I didn't go on that live stream when B just called me out. There was a reason why. Because he does this shit a lot of times when you call his ass out. He does bullshit like this, right? Wait. Hold on. First of all, Azrael, the guy who's supposed to be a what you call it? Anyway, Azrael said go to Japan or Colombia. Tickets for Colombia. Well, wait a minute. Isn't Colombia about to have another civil war? Because they already the presidential candidate of Colombia just got shot twice in the back of the head. And as far as I know, he's still alive. And that was what, 3 days ago. I don't know if he made it through or not, but anyway, let's keep moving. Yeah, y'all want to go to Colombia. And they about to have a civil war. Hold on. Oh, she said she can't hear the video. We can't hear the video? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me do this. Let me stop sharing. And let me do this real quick. That was odd. Yeah. Though Colombia's going through it. Yeah. Talking about we going overseas. We going to Colombia. Really? You don't know what's going on over there? Shit is about to pop off in Colombia. Anyway, yeah, lovers. I want to know if y'all can hear this. Need to play this again.
Read your comment. Guess what I'm gonna do for you, sir? You want to bring your ass up in here? Hot sauce is in China, okay? Hot sauce is in China. Hot sauce can tell you the exact same thing I'm saying. It's not quite Japan, but guess what? He can tell you the exact same thing, right? That I'm telling you. Yeah, less than $500 for a week. Yep. Get it before Spirit Airlines goes out of business, okay? Because Spirit is where it's cheap at. Once they go out of business, you're going to pay more. While Spirit is still flying, and that link is for
and this is the reason why.
If we want to bring his silly ass up here.
And this is the reason why, though. Part of the reason why I don't show up on his panels. Now I do show up every now and then, but there's some times when he feel full of himself, because BGS is full of shit. By the way, he's so full of shit. Sometimes when he feel full of shit, I don't go on his panel. You know, sometimes I show up, sometimes I don't. But the last time he called me out, I went to bed, y'all. I went to bed. I ain't got time to hear all that. I had a somewhat of a good night's sleep. Anyway, let's keep moving.
Because trust and believe, BGS, it was nice. This ain't the day, boss. So
really,
day.
Okay.
Anubis, appreciate you. I got time. Bring your ass up here. Zavi, he's been there. He's been on the road, man, for like 2 years. He'll tell you exactly.
Hold on. We got to skip all that. Let's skip. Wait, hold on. Let's skip it right. Yeah, right here at the 3 minute and 30 6-second mark. Let's go over here real quick. Yeah.
What's up?
So you said you got time tonight, right?
I got time. I got about 15 minutes for your ass. What's up?
Really?
Yes.
Well, let me ask you something then.
No, you can't ask me anything. No.
Oh, I can't?
No.
Okay, so what are you going to ask me then?
See, hold on. So, y'all want to know why I did want to go on this panel the other day, right? Because of bullshit like this. See, he wants you to answer his questions, but he don't want you to ask him any, and he's not going to answer the questions that you have for him. So it's on some bitch made shit.
Ask me then.
What you were saying something in the chat? I couldn't read it. What were you saying?
What I said in the chat was, I was talking to somebody else. Really wasn't talking to you, but I did say something about, well, shouldn't men focus on education and employment?
Why?
Wait,
hold on. Wait, stop. Why? Well, black men are at the near to the bottom, right? When it comes to other races of men, right? So, if we're either at the bottom or close to the bottom. So it is a problem for black men because since we're given Adderall and Ritalin and Prozac, all that stuff when we're younger is affecting our education. So shouldn't you be more on about that, BGS? Instead of you saying the word why. This is why I said this is about this. His thing is about shaming black women back to the quote unquote table.
Because we live, I thought the problem was
No, it's not.
No, the problem is lack of education and the lack of employment among black men.
No, it's not.
Yeah, yes, it is.
No, it's not.
So wait a minute. So you're telling me by the time of this live stream, black unemployment went down, right? But also after 2020, it shot during 2020 during the pandemic, it shot right back up. So we shouldn't worry about this. We shouldn't be concerned about that part, BGS. I mean, black unemployment and black men being educated. You mean we shouldn't be worried about this? How, Sway? How?
Yes, it is.
I have everybody that's in my chat is employed and have good jobs.
We're not talking about.
So wait a minute. So what does the people in your chat room have to do with the entire societal problems, BGS? This is the reason why you keep tagging me. You're fascinated because I debunk every damn thing you've been saying. Well, not everything, but most of everything you've been saying, I've been debunking it. And your only fallback plan is those niggas like AB Media, like Officer Charles Faulkner, like Chaos Reign, and Grinch, and who I've got the Don Calypso and all them niggas. Those are your fallback plan because they got on them. They worry about is women, not helping boys and young men out.
Your men in the chat. I don't have anecdotal evidence. Let's talk about the facts here.
Ain't no facts.
It's black men. It's black men that second to the bottom.
It doesn't matter.
Unemployment.
It doesn't matter.
In education.
It doesn't matter.
No, it does matter.
It doesn't matter.
Wait. You just admit to the world that black male unemployment does not matter. But you're supposed to be the master teacher of the black manager. And I thought the black manager was supposed to be the voice for black men to assist black men, but then you say you don't care about black male unemployment? See, I'm here to dissect and deconstruct your argument, BGS. And I bet you will not review this video. We know that.
Facts matter.
No,
BGS.
How
The
many
facts matter.
Go down to Guatemala. How many?
No. We ain't talking about no Guatemala. We're talking about the United States of America.
Don't talk over me on my.
We're talking. So why would you bring up, BGS, a foreign nation? We're talking about industrialized Western country like the United States. We're not talking about Guatemala. That has been a country that has historically been suppressed by bigger powers and their neighbors like Mexico, United States, and Brazil, and whoever else was, the bigger nations that surrounded it. We're not talking about Guatemala. We're talking about the United States. Stick to the topic.
My channel, okay?
Well, hey, I'm
Don't
doing
talk over me on my channel. Don't talk over me on my
channel.
I guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna mute you, right? We're gonna mute you. You came to my mother channel, motherfucker. Okay? In Guatemala, in Africa, in Philippines, they're not as educated. But guess what? The women are still what? Feminine and friendly, and demure and respectful. Okay? Has nothing to do with your education.
Negro. I'm not talking about women's education. When did I say anything about women's education and girls in school and girls being employed? Not once in this entire clip I mentioned anything about girls or women. See, BGS, this is the reason why you are the gynocracy. BGS, you are the damn gynocracy. That's what you are, BGS. You are the gynocracy. You complain about the same. You complain about yourself. You are your worst enemy. And yes, Angelica, you're right. You're right, Angelica. So economic depressed nations allegedly have nice women. This is so sad. Yeah. Yeah, but economic depressed nations have these quote unquote nice women because those women, all they got is they're operating out of survival. We just don't want to talk about that. They're operating out of the aspect of to survive. They're not there to love. Some of them, some of them are trying to survive, or trying to get out of their impoverished condition. That's why they are fit and friendly. But we just don't want to talk about that part. Now, wasn't talking about Guatemala, wasn't talking about the United States. And the thing is, BGS, I did not say anything about women. I was focused on black boys, black men, and the education problems, BGS, and unemployment, BGS. Not once I say anything about women. You are the gynocracy. You are like Kevin Spacey in the movie Usual Suspects. You acting crippled. You are the crippled guy who said, what I've got the King Tut saying, I've got the guy's name on Usual Suspects. And then you can't have it both ways. You like Kevin Spacey in the movie, Usual Suspect. You out here crippled when in reality, nigga, you walking. You can walk. Everybody else, you can sit there and fake the funk to, nigga, not me. That's why man, you got mad though for the last couple of days.
Okay. Let me ask you something. What makes those women? Hold on. What makes your women not feeling friendly?
Culture. They don't raise wives anymore. We have more respect, more feminine women when we didn't have. We had a 4th grade education. Okay, 4th grade, and we're poor.
Yeah, but understand though. But how come you're not over there? If these women are so good over there, how come you don't have your plane ticket and go over there?
Because I'm a monk.
No, I'm sorry, BGS.
I'm a monk. Okay.
Whoa! Stop! Listen to what he just said. He just said he's a monk. MGTOW monk, right? Now, BGS, how can you be a monk and you always talk about dating? How can you be a monk and all you talk about is dating? That's like me going to a Roman Catholic convent and ask the nuns and hear a nun talk about quote unquote doing fellatio. I know that's being extreme, but if you supposed to be a monk or supposed to be a nun or you supposed to take a passage of celibacy, then you should practice what you preach. Not only you should be celibate in body, you should be celibate spiritually and mentally. That's what a monk's supposed to be, BGS. So you trying to use this MGTOW monk thing does not pass the mustard.
I've been over there. Okay, I've been over there. That's why I know.
Yeah, but here is also something that your fans doesn't understand.
It doesn't matter.
Hold on.
It don't matter. It don't
no,
matter.
It does matter.
It don't matter, Negro.
Hold on.
Show me the facts. Show me the facts. Show me the facts.
Years ago, you said black single mothers are the problem, right?
No, I didn't say that. That's what.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You said it on my channel.
Black single mothers are the problem.
And then though the facts came out, the growing list of single motherhood is in Colombia. But you don't want to bring that up.
No.
You made that video
No.
years ago.
Hey. Where did you find that out at?
On your channel.
Exactly.
I
brought it up.
You brought it up.
I brought it up.
You said.
I brought it up.
Hold on, BGS, because you sit there and said
no.
Single mamas are the problem.
Why did I bring it up? Why did I bring it up? Why did I bring it up?
No.
Why did I bring it up? Why did I bring it up?
Why did I bring it up, BGS?
Why did I bring it up, Nimnot?
Why you being emotional, sir? I ain't called your name. I ain't called y'all out of your name.
No, Nimnot. Why did I bring it up? Why did I bring it up?
Why you being emotional?
Why did I bring it up?
Why you being emotional?
Why did I bring it up? Stop being female. Why did I bring it up?
No, I ain't being female.
You are being female. Why did I bring it up? Why did I bring it up? Why did I bring it up? Why did I bring it up, Nim? Now stop being female for a second.
No, I ain't being female.
You are.
You the one.
Why did I bring it up, Nim? Not.
You the one being emotional.
Why did I bring it up, Nim? Not.
Because though you trying to.
Why did I bring it up, Nim? Not.
With the shame, blaming.
No, bullshit. Why did I bring it up, Nim? Not.
Nimnot. I don't know who is Nimnot. Is anybody right your name?
Right. Shame, blame, and explain. That's all you have, BGS. Shane, SBE, Shane, blame and explain.
Or go look at it. There's another word for idiots.
I know that, but who in here is
You are, sir. You're a Nimrod.
Why did I
bring it up?
Why you calling
Why did
somebody
I
a
bring
name?
it up? Why did I bring it up? Why did I bring it up, Nimrod? Why did I bring it up, Nimrod? Why did I bring it up, Nimrod? Why did I bring it up? Why did I bring it up?
I don't know nobody named Nimrod.
Why do you think I bring it up?
Stop
being a female for a second.
I don't know.
Why did I bring it up?
I don't know who you talking
Why did I?
So BGS, you was acting. You was acting like the black women that you complain about. You acted like the Keisha that you complain about, BGS.
I bring it up
because you brought it up because you trying to make a comparison.
No, a comparison to what, sir?
To black women.
No.
To American women.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a reason. Why did I actually point to that? Do you know? You don't.
Well, tell us the all wise man.
Wait, watch it. I want y'all to watch it. I want y'all to listen closely what he's about to say. Watch what he's about what BJ is about to tell y'all.
I'm
not going to tell you. Go find out. Go look at the video again.
Because because I have watched the video. But how can you?
Because you're not smart enough to understand.
How can you? How can you live with a straight face?
You're not smart enough to understand it. That's why.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes.
How can you with a straight face?
You're not smart enough to understand
about something.
You're not smart enough to understand
something.
You don't have to forget about nothing.
You're
not smart enough to understand it, sir.
Oh, like how told me
you're not smart enough to understand.
Lied. Hold on.
Ain't no lie. No. You are not smart enough to understand it, man. That's the problem with you.
Like how, man, you lied about what is a DNC?
A DNC.
Yeah, remember that conversation on my channel a couple weeks ago?
You know, dude, have you ever been looked at paperwork for an abortion, sir?
Okay. Yeah.
No. Shut up for a second. Shut up for a second.
Most DNCs don't have.
Now, your argument the other day, earlier this week, was talking about, well, all DNCs was an abortion, right? Well, Roe v. Wade was passed in January 1973, where all 50 states is legalized abortion. So, BGS, tell me something. The DNC, a woman can have their DNC done prior to 1973. I hope you know that, right, BGS? I mean, women got DNCs done when abortion was illegal. So how in the hell, how in the hell can you, BGS, can sit there and try to make that a woman having a DNC done it equals that of an abortion, as if all women are having abortions? See, black women are not the main group having most abortions. Yes, Planned Parenthood might be in are in low income and minority areas. That is true. But most abortions does not happen in a Planned Parenthood facility. Most abortions happen, BGS, if we're going to go back to the old days of abortion, happen in hospitals, in high society areas, high income, affluent areas, clinics like that. So get your story right. And then we're going to talk about abortion. I mean, BGS, we don't, women have abortion through other means rather than just going into the anatomy and taking out the fetus. Women also, there's a thing called the abortion pill that's been out since the early 90s. So what are you talking about?
The word most DNCs is not about abortion. It's about,
dude,
most abortions doesn't end with a DNC.
Dude, listen to my ass. I've been to too many of them, right?
No, really, you've been to too many of what?
With friends going.
No. We need solid facts.
Hey, stop. So, wait a minute. Wait a minute. He took not just a woman. He said he did this many of times. I want to know, BGS, what number is too many? I want the number now. Who is this too many, BGS? How many women you took to have these abortions? Quote unquote abortions. You see, this tells me, BGS, nigga, you a hoe. Yeah, I said it. Nigga, you are the real four that you complain about. How many times you going to take a woman, take numerous of women to have a abortion? You telling on yourself. You see, BGS, you really is telling on yourself because, see, like again, this is a dissect and deconstruct of his argument. It's an art form. Now, BGS, how many times you took women to the abortion clinic? Because that came out of your mouth. Somehow I just got kicked off the panel. Let me get back on where I was at. I just got kicked off. I don't know what happened. I got kicked off. Anyway, we are back. We are back. So shout out to Scissor Lou. Shout out to Scissor Lou for saving this clip. You know, shout out to Citizen Lou. No, not Citizen. Free Zone Lou. Wrong Lou. Yeah. Black men like B just act like they forgot about the propaganda and how it works. You see, we see y'all. Yeah. Sounds like he was assisting these women to termination of their pregnancy. I don't think he understands it's not a flex. Right. He thought what he was saying was a flex. Yeah, hold on. He goes to abortions with his friends? Right. Now, BGS, I want something. I want, since you and Edward and AB Media kept coming for me and MOT and Mike V, I want to propose something. I want to propose something. But you know what? Wait, stop. Let's play the rest, some of this. Let's play some of this because something else he said. Yeah, you know what to do? I'm going to replay what he said. Let's replay what he said.
Dude, listen to my ass. I've been to too many of them, right?
No, really, you've been to too many of what?
With friends going.
No. We need solid facts,
you
not
don't
anecdotals.
Go look it up.
I don't do
Go
anecdotals.
look it up, nigga. Go look it up, nigga.
I do my research.
Go look it up, Negro. Go look it up, man. I ain't got time for that shit. When they put it on there, especially in the 80s, the 80s and the 70s, 80s, and 90s, when you went to get an abortion, right, they charted it as a DNC. They scraped your vagina, your womb, okay? That's the DNC. That's the procedure, okay? That's the first, if you're within 9 weeks, they give you a DNC. I know that, because I looked at the paperwork, nigga.
You look at the paperwork, you say, right? But anyway, no. We gotta play this again. We gotta play this again, y'all.
Shut up for a second.
Most DNCs don't have the word. Most DNCs is not about abortion. It's about,
dude.
Most abortions doesn't end with the DNC.
Dude, listen to my ass. I've been to too many of them, right?
No, really, you've been to too many of what?
With friends going.
No. We need solid facts.
You don't. Go look it up.
I don't do
Go look it up, nigga. Go look it up, nigga.
I do my research.
Go look it up, Negro. Go look it up, man. I ain't got time for that shit. When they put it on there, especially in the 80s, the 80s and the 70s, 80s, and 90s, when you went to get an abortion, right, they charted it as a DNC. They scraped your vagina, your womb, okay? That's the DNC. That's the procedure, okay? That's the first, if you're within 9 weeks, they give you a DNC. I know that, because I looked at the paperwork, nigga. Go look it up. You can't understand this shit. That's the problem with your ass. You're a big dummy, okay? That's the problem. And I'm going to tell you why I pointed out about the out of wedlock birth rate in Colombia, right?
Go ahead.
Around the world. Is because it's part of the what? It's part of the structure, the post-industrial structure, right? That's why it's 65% in what? South Africa. As you get a post-industrial structure, this will increase. The reason you have out of wedlock birth rates in the United States is because of what? The environment. They gave women jobs. It's a post-industrial society. And so guess what? The post-industrial society, the abortions increase, even for white women. The culture changed, okay? The economic culture changed, okay? Same thing in China. They have more abortions in China, okay? You look at Iceland. Iceland's out of wedlock birth rate has been 60% for the last 20 years.
BGS just lied, y'all. He just lied right there. Talking about Colombia, right? Talking about Colombia in those Latin American countries. Abortion is mostly illegal in Latin America. You know why, BGS? Because Latin America is a Catholic-dominated societies. So in Catholic-dominated societies, abortion is outlawed. Abortion is mostly outlawed in Latin America and primarily in the global South. What are you talking about? He's going to blame industrialization for the reason why black women have abortions. Why women have abortions. Then by that same logic, right? If these women are single mothers, how come? And we supposed to go through, in traditionalism was so good and all, right? How come none of these women was married? How come there was no man marrying any of these women? And how come on this specific live stream that you was doing, you was bigging up the passport bros? Make that make sense. So you want black men to run from black women in America, run from American women, go south of the Rio Grande, go into a place where there's supposedly traditional women at, and bring your corruption, your corrupt mindset, and use her as a way for your pleasure, and then you want to come back to the States. Make that make sense. I'm going by your argument and your logic. Right. This type DNC can be used in non-pregnancy related situations. Yes. 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 Sometimes it's used after after a miscarriage, or is used when there's some type of injury to a woman, or is used after. I'm not gonna go into that. I'm not gonna go into. But y'all, most of y'all are late. It's ladies who's in the chat room. Y'all know more than I do. Okay, y'all know more about DNC than I do. So I don't have to tell y'all. All right, I don't have to tell y'all. Yeah. But this man, it does, Mother Earth. But this man had to pay for his friends, quote unquote, to have many DNCs done. That's all he know. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I'm gonna jump off of here, y'all. I said enough about BGS for this morning. I ain't gonna waste my time. I would go on because there is another video where where your boy BGS lied about Kevin. Oh, me and Kevin Samuels was friends. Mm-hmm. Me and Kevin Samuels was friends. Oh, and shout out to Pure Butterfly for dropping a bomb on BGS. God damn, that shit was good. You know what? I might do a part 2 to this. Because, Kevin was my friend. Kevin was my friend. Kevin was getting married. Yeah. He said, Jesus, and I gotta run back to hear the stupidity. Yeah. Mother Twerk, you might want to rewind it. Hey, I tell you what, Mother Twerk, watch the video, watch the original video because it's in the description box. The original video is in the description box, and you can see it for yourself because B just said something that was stupid, and he can't. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, he even said directly. I just heard it. Yeah. How you gonna have many friends? You gonna send many people to the abortion clinic? Right. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. I gotta get off of here. Y'all be easy. B just been mad for 2 days, y'all. He been mad for 2 days. And May, they're coming for you, May. They're coming for you, May. I'm gonna tell you right now, May, they're coming for you though. So yeah. Y'all have a good one. I'll see y'all later. Big J out.
I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.